G'day guys, and welcome to another Thursday night drive home session. It's your boy Joe. How are you, Big J?
Mate, on the scale of Michael Voss to Simon Goodwin, I think I'm probably in the middle a little bit at the moment. Feels good. I'm still in Supercoach, having fun, irrespective of how my team's doing. But yeah, it's been a good day.
Very, very good. Oh, mate, I'd much rather be Michael Voss than what's his face. I'd much rather be Michael Voss than Simon Goodwin. So, absolutely, unfortunate news for Goodwin. Is it?
Yep.
You can't really say that it was much of a surprise that he's lost his job. So more so the timing, I think, is what people would find most interesting about that.
We saw this with North Melbourne. We saw it with your mob. Saw it with a lot of teams. You got to get in early. You can't be the one that announces that they're sacking the coach like in September or August, like middle of August. You want to be the guy that, hey, everyone's available. You've already put out your feelers. You've kind of got some ideas and whatnot. And that's obviously what Melbourne have done. Maybe Collingwood secretly put out their feelers and said Longmire or Simpson or whoever, hey, we want a big name. Will you guys come? Maybe they said no. And then that was it. Joe, I have a bone to pick with you.
Can we skip that?
What?
Skip the bone.
Why?
You're in a good mood. We're all happy. You're closer to Voss than to Goodwin. Let's not pick any bones. Let's not pick any bones because as Causa says, I thought Voss was gone for sure, but no, Voss is staying, ladies and gentlemen. Voss is staying.
It really must be a couple of things, right? It might be a case of it's going to cost them too much money to get rid of him while he's still contracted. Could be one. I think it has something to do with who they've called around with as well. It might be a case of, well, they've said to Voss and things like that, look at who we've put with you. They might not be very good because I know the assistant coach review is up next and, mate, half of them are gone. He's never really had a strong number two like some of the other clubs have had. So there's a multitudes of reasons, I think, for him still to be there. I think as well, giving too much power to the fans is not a good thing, and that's probably what's happened a little bit too. So, yeah.
But but this is what's come out from Carlton, and Carlton are emphatic that they are going to be sticking with Vossi. As you can say here, can confirm with absolute clarity that its AFL senior coach Michael Voss will remain coach of the Blues into the 2026 AFL season. Now, does that mean that at some point in the 2026 AFL season he could lose his job?
Probably.
At some point during the 2026 season? Yeah, that's possible. It's very possible. But they're just simply saying that he will enter the season next year as coach. Whether or not he stays there or not during the course of the season will be obviously subject to review, obviously with Wright in more control and having a closer look at how things are running behind the scenes. And obviously they would be expecting a much better response from the players.
That's definitely a really good point to pick up too, is that with the new the new boss coming in, I don't think stability-wise he can really say, let's have a massive clean-out. They might say to him, we'll get rid of all the assistants, we'll put in who you want. Give it a year. You've got a year to prove yourself and then ready to go. He might, I don't think personally Voss is the sole reason why Carlton is where it is. Injuries play a huge part, but I think players play a huge part as well. Similar to a bit like North Melbourne. They don't look like they want to be there. Yeah, there's plenty of players who've tapped out. There's plenty of players who don't want to be there. List management has not been a great thing for the club either in recent times. So to say that it's Voss's fault, I think is the cheap scapegoat. And a lot of clubs have done that to their respective clubs. I mean, West Coast have done the same thing. They said, hey, Simpson, you're no good. Get rid of you. And look where they are. It never fixed any of the problems. He was still contracted. Mick Walter still gets stuck with the shit. So it's a big problem. And That's it, really.
At the same time, like the coach does have some level of responsibility when it comes to the list management, I suppose, because the coach will be asked, do you think that this current list of players can win a flag? That will be the question. And then the coach will say, look, if we can keep these senior players together and keep them healthy, yeah, we can win a flag with this team. So then the list managers work with them, and they'll make various decisions like extending or re-signing some of these older players because they've been sold the dream that they can win a flag with this crop. Because ultimately, that's what matters. And sometimes then it's a responsibility does fall on the coach's shoulders at times that, hey, you're the one steering the ship. You told us you had this vision for the team. It hasn't come about. Therefore, you sort of cop a little bit of shit as well. So it's not entirely just the coach. It's obviously entirely not just the list manager, because I don't think any of those list manager decisions are made without coach input. I don't think.
Yeah, but you can't predict, hey, my team walking into the season, my two key forwards are going to be perpetually injured. My ruckman's not going to be very good. Half the team's going to tap out, and the thing's just not going to work out.
Yeah, of course the coach can't predict that, but you wouldn't imagine that the players would be checked out the way that they are if the club was still in contention for finals. Like when you are mathematically no chance of playing finals, it's pretty hard to continue to be motivated to play every single week and get all these wins, because at some point it becomes in your best interest to finish low on the ladder to get a better draft pick. You know what I mean? So not in Carlton's case, because Carlton, I think, have given their pick to Hawthorn. So it's not in Carlton's best interest to tank. It should be about wins and winning well.
So what happens then, Joe? If they've given away their pick, they don't have March.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, with Carlton, they don't have any picks.
Yeah, it's a problem. They're going to have to trade out some of their senior players, because the question has to be to the coach, do you think that this team can win a flag? And which of these players are we re-signing who are going to be part of our next premiership tilt? And which ones are not? And the ones that are not, you trade them out and you get picks. And I agree with Velos here that no chance you are to no chance that they have a list to win the flag, too many list cloggers. So the ones that you identify as the ones who are not going to be sticking around, that aren't premiership material, you trade them away. You have to make tough list calls to get some draft picks in.
The problem with the AFL at the moment is that the level of drafting and the talent is so good that, I don't see there's that many players, similar to a North Melbourne. I don't think there's that many players that, would warrant a good draft pick off a Carlton list outside of probably the top 6.
Yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. And Curnow, was someone who had his name floated around, but Curnow was pretty emphatic that he's not going anywhere, that he belongs at Carlton. That's where he's going to stay. So, yeah, a lot of question marks about that.
I reckon he asked, though. I reckon he asked. And then the media's caught wind, and then that's it.
Yeah. Very good afternoon to you too, Michael. Still loving both cash leagues, so fingers crossed. Oh, fingers crossed for you, mate. Hope, go well with those. Frankie, good evening to you. Velo, good, mate, yourself. Causa, hello again. Daniel's Pigeons, g'day, boys. 100 points away from top 10. Using my last trade for Holmes this week. Pick one to trade out, Zorko or Warner.
Oh. Have a look at the run home, Joe. Have a look at the run home. I know who I think, but have a look at the run home and see what their respective teams are like, because it's going to be rough. It all comes down to fixtures, Daniel. all comes down
to fixture, but also role at the same time.
Oh, of course.
What's Chad Warner been doing these days?
Well, he was the one that I was going to suggest to get rid of anyway.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, with Kadeem Coleman out injured, with a few of these other players out injured, there's not many people at Brisbane that are stealing points off Zorko at the moment. So that kind of talks about it already. I'm really sad that I traded out Zorko when I did. Happy that I traded out Merritt. I think Merritt was the right call, but Zorko when I did, and he's gone kind of big since then. Yeah.
I mean, not many really big scores for Chad in the last. His highest score is 106 in the last few games. I mean, if we look at his average over the course,
he's not consistent, and I think Sydney are not consistent enough for him outside of a Grundy. I wouldn't be. I think he would be the one to go. I think.
Yeah, I mean, 10 round average of 87.9. So I say 88. 10 round average of 88 doesn't really scream to be doing incredibly well. He's not getting an immense number of CBAs. He's getting 50, basically 50% odd. If we look at, I guess he's a general forward. Maybe his classification would be as a general forward, as a high half forward. What's he got for his run home? Sydney, it's middle of the rung. He's got Brisbane this week. That's obviously going to be tough. And he's got Geelong. That's obviously going to be a bit tough as well. And then he finishes with West Coast. So that's not amazing. Then if we go to the designated kickers, which is what Zorko is, he has a terrible run home. He's got the worst run home, Zorko. He's got Sydney, Freo, and Hawks. Sydney and Freo are both red matchups. But he might get more of the pill against Sydney, but he might get more of the pill now because there's no Lockie Neal. And Lockie Neal would obviously be a big benefit to the Brisbane midfield. So there could be some more clearances going the other way, which could increase his supply over the course of the next 3 weeks.
I would just say as well, on top of that, Zorko just straight up, he's the only one really taking out kickouts, Joe. If you pull up the kickout numbers, there's not many taking kickouts from that team. So regardless of red matchup or not, there's just not many who are kind of stopping him. So definitely worth it in that respect. If any behinds that get done when Zorko's there, he's taken the kick out. So just free guaranteed points, which is what you want.
Yeah, he's got the higher floor, correct.
Yeah.
He has the higher floor. So, and normally the thing with Zorko that you'd always be a bit concerned about, especially, earlier in the year, if you didn't start him with the elevated price tag and the fact that he's older, so you're a bit worried about trading in the injury-prone player. But now that we're in the final stretch of the season, you can afford to take the risk. There's not that many games that you have to hold on to him for. You've only got him for 3 more games, essentially. Can you get through the last 3 games? It's much better than trying to trade him in earlier in the year and trying to have him survive all of these rounds. You're only getting him just for the final stretch. So I would get rid of Warner for him. Voss will stay. He needs good assistant coaches around him. Yeah, I mean, they're not a great coaching group around him. I don't think. I mean, Carlton coaching.
I think he needs. I think he needs a good run of injuries as well, more than anything else. Good run of injuries, good team. Really needs to hit the draft properly. I think not picking up a McMahon. Really just struggling in terms of not having any succession plan for a Mackay slash Kerno being injured has really suffered them too.
Yeah. I'm looking at this group here and I'm not entirely sure.
Oh, look at
this.
It's a picture.
There you are. Nice haircut, by the way.
Oh, thank you, Joe. I got a trim, got a haircut.
Very fresh. Very, very fresh. So I'm just looking at this. I'm just really not entirely sure. I mean, Hansen, I feel like has been there for a while.
Yeah.
Greaves, I know nothing about.
Jordan Russell used to work at North Melbourne. That worked out really well for him.
Really?
So, yeah, he used to be North's midfield coach Under Clarko, like the first year that Clarko came in, first or second year, really hasn't done much. So, yeah, there's not a lot.
Ebert, ex-Port Adelaide, very good player for Port, but, you'd be questioning the development a little bit at Carlton, how well the kids are coming along. I don't know how long he's been there for. Luke Power, again, former player. Lonergan, former player. Got a few former players here, but just because you're a former player doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be a great coach. We've seen that for quite a few people. Just because you've been in the game as a player doesn't necessarily guarantee that you're going to be a good coach. So I would imagine a lot of these guys, should I say, will be under the pump big time.
Yeah, I think so too.
Hamill and Power, only two that should stay. According to Velo there, Hamill and Power should be only two that stay.
I wanted more of a cleanup at North Melbourne, but I think all we'll get is Lee Adams. Lee Adams leaving, which it's probably worthwhile. But yeah, he's definitely the weaker of the three line coaches we've got.
Yeah, there you go. So a lot of pressure on these guys. Voss has got the all clear to survive, and it feels a bit like, of course, if you're a Carlton fan, you're hoping that this is a replay of what happened with Dimmer Hardwick. He was under the pump. They changed the assistant coaches, got better. Nathan Buckley, under the pump. They changed assistant coaches. They made it to the grand final. Yes, they lost to West Coast, but at least he got them to under a kick away from a grand final win there. So obviously Bucks managed to survive. There have been a few coaches that have been under the pump. You change up the system around them, and all of a sudden the team improves pretty quickly thereafter. So that's what, if you're a Carlton fan, that's obviously what you're hoping for.
They should target Hinkley or Goodwin. Yeah, potentially. I don't know if I don't know what the number is, Joe, but how many senior coaches of one club have gone straight into senior coaching at another club, either as the main guy or as a major senior assistant? As I was saying before, I don't even think the coaching is that much of a problem with them. It really does feel like it's more just the team itself. I mean, I don't necessarily watch Carlton like crazy, but yeah, just seems like more injuries and stuff versus, maybe his actual coaching is not the best. I mean, Adam Chera does dump kick the ball, so potentially that's a big thing for him.
Potentially. Michael, Goodwin gone after a good win. Who would have thought? You win by 88 points? Nah, not good enough. You should have beaten that rabble by 100. Can you imagine that, Michael? They thought, you didn't win by enough, so you got to go. How disrespectful to West Coast is that? So disrespectful. Winning by 88 points is not enough to hold on to your job. There you go. See, Velo's opened the door for you to pick that bone with me now.
Yeah. I would say, that was the bone to pick, Joe.
That's literally what I just said. Yes, that's what I said. But what were you saying?
Team reviews, Joe. Give him my team reviews.
Oh, I was not getting any comments. That's the thing. Like, no, I wasn't really getting many.
Me too.
Wasn't getting many.
I got like 100 people viewing the last one. I'm like, cool. I said that I'm going to stay for the whole season, regardless of result. Obviously, post-bye has been horrible, but that's just how it goes,
I'm not concerned much about the views, but more so just the interactions. It just felt like, all good. Thanks for sharing. Bye-bye. I mean, if you really want to know how it's going, I've sort of been reporting it to the members on the member streams. Didn't really think maybe a lot of people hold a lot of value in how my team is going, considering that there's a lot more options now. How many options? How many?
Yeah, so NFL Super Coaches opened, EPL Super Coaches opened as well. Obviously, Big Bash and stuff was there too. So I don't know if you know anything about those sports, Joe, but maybe we just go into it and say, yep, we jump on the EPL and NFL train for this year and don't really care too much, but that's about it.
Yeah, that's insane. There's quite a few. So, I mean, these are new, are they? The NFL.
Yeah, the EPL started a couple of days ago. NFL started this week, I think, or today or yesterday. And then there'll be AFL Supercoach finals as well, being run by. Causa says here, NFL got added, and then NBA will be next. So there you go.
Ooh, wow. Wow. EPL was about 2 weeks ago. Oh, g'day, Kai. How you doing, man? Good to see you.
Joe, you are higher than me in Supercoach now.
Yeah, it's not like I haven't been recording it because I'm
an achievement.
I know. It's not like I haven't been recording them because of embarrassment, because of, bad scores or anything. Like 28-32 this week.
You beat me by 400 points. I don't know how
it's pretty good. You know what I mean?
Like it's 400 points. What a joke.
Yeah, like it's not like I'm trying to hide or anything. Like 2490, 2400, sort of been hovering around the same sort of mark. 6, 9, 7,000. But like haven't really. It's basically the same. There's almost bone picked. There you go. There's like nothing changed really over the course of this last 3 weeks. It's like, yep, I moved down a bit. Yep, I've moved up a bit. Yep, I've moved down. Yep, I've moved up. Like we're basically in the same spot as where we were 3 weeks ago, essentially. So it just felt a little bit redundant to just basically be reporting the same thing week in, week out. And I don't really want to put something out there that people don't necessarily want to watch, and because I just don't think it's my diary to just putting it out there like, dear diary, this week I scored 2,400 and I did shit, and then next week, dear diary, I scored 2,800 and I regained the ranks that I lost last week. Like, I do want to put out stuff if people are interested. Like if people here in the chat, we've got 31 people. If anyone does want me to keep putting out my weekly team review,
three more weeks, Joe. 3 more weeks left.
I can do that for you guys, but I don't necessarily think it was. Yeah, I just don't think it's riveting content. I don't think. All right, let me just go back up. There you go. Voss has some dirty pics of the board, and that's why he stays. Yeah, it feels like that a little bit.
I truly think Carlton's biggest problem was always, when there's a problem, let's just sack it. It happened with Teague, happened with Bolton, happens with everyone. And the players have all stayed the same for the most part, and they just keep sacking coaches when things go wrong. And it's like, well, maybe the players or someone else is the problem and not the coach.
Classic. It's the classic Carlton cycle, and that's why when Voss was under the pump immensely last time, I was really adamant. No, if Carlton are to break out of that same vicious cycle over and over again,
it's no good.
You have to stick to someone. You can't just keep sacking them, and when times get tough, bye-bye. Like, you have to stick to someone, and actually, if you believe in their vision and you believe in the direction that they're going to take the club, then you at least have to stick it out and give him time to build that. So I was really a defender of Voss last time around. This time around, though, I don't believe that he really has the locker room. I don't think he's built a strategy or a game plan that is modern enough. It feels very old school. It feels like it's been found out. It managed to work for them for the most part, getting him to a prelim final, but that's just not how the game is being played anymore. Is it just a simple fix of trading some players out, recruiting other players to fill those holes? I'm not sure. I'm not paid to think about those things, but to my eye,
if Graham writes, so give him the preseason, let him figure it out, and then that's it.
Exactly. Well, to me, I just don't think. For me, I just don't think that he has achieved all that he can achieve with this group. Is it because the players see him as a friend, and there isn't that sort of? Sometimes it can be beneficial to see the coach as a friend, but that doesn't work for everybody. So, some people might require them to be a father figure, or some might require the coach to be a boss figure, like respect the coach, I'm the coach, and sort of run it like a boot camp sort of thing. Like
same with team captains too.
Yeah. Correct. So I personally don't think that Voss has achieved everything that he can achieve, and I'm not sure that he will be able to do that, given all of the issues. He's been there for a few years now, and they've never really looked likely this year. It's really been a write-off, even before all the big injuries that kept hitting some players. Like, they were supposed to have an easy run of games, and those games were anything but easy. They had the third easiest fixture in the entire AFL based on the analysis. They're the third easiest fixture, and they're 13th, like unlucky number 13. So, look, I'm not entirely sure if Voss is the guy. I don't think Voss is the guy. Am I blaming him? No, I'm not blaming him. I think there's been a lot of issues that have existed before he came in, but I don't think that he's the one who's necessarily going to solve all of them. If he is going to be the guy, then obviously he needs tremendous help from a lot of other people. But for me, I don't think that he is the guy. He doesn't seem to have a plan B or a plan C. It's the plan A, go out there, and that plan A is old school football, which doesn't stand up, unfortunately, in the modern game. So that's just my take. Jay, hey boys, 3
What's
trades left. What?
Oh, big dog.
You're just flexing on us now. So should I use one to just sideways Neil? Yeah, Neil has to go.
Yeah, regardless.
To Hewitt, or spend 2 trades to free up $640K for a primo like Sherry, Dawson, or Marshall.
I would say go Hewitt, because you don't know what's going to happen over the next 2 to 3 weeks, and to be able to get rid of someone who is potentially injured or just going to suck over the next couple of weeks, I think that's going to be a big difference maker for you. Because all you're going to be doing is spending a trade to downgrade someone to a rookie. I don't think it's worth it.
Carlton got a decent run. Gold Coast at Marvel, Port, then the
and potentially no Chera as well, yeah? So you're going to have these guys who aren't available.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Someone
Who else
takes
is
the one
there?
in the middle.
What's Neil's price these days? What does Neil cost these days? Lucky Neil. 536.
Oh, he's going to be good for next year, Joe.
536. How much money you got, Jay? And I think you're in a position now with only 3 weeks left that holding on to trades isn't necessarily super important anymore. Like, because you only got 3 weeks left for one injury. You could make it. You could make it, but as Causa says, the 2 trades could be handy if you make it to the grand final if you're playing league. So how much money have you got? We're looking at a mid at about 534 was the number. So yeah, George is good. Richards is pretty good. Could go with Cripper, but I prefer George over Cripper.
100% Hewitt over Cripper. 100%. Like, no doubt.
Yeah. Oh, could even go Sarong potentially. What's Sarong's run home like? No, it's here. Fremantle, Sarong. Is this inside mid? Yes, it is. Freo, third hardest. Port, Brisbane, Doggies. Oh, yeah, no, don't go Sarong. Don't go Sarong. Who else is there? Don't go all day.
Pick Hewitt.
Yeah,
I
just
think
pick Hewitt.
Hewitt.
Hewitt seems to be the best option.
I think he's still got a fairly low ownership too, so it's not going to be not going to hurt you as much.
No, you could even get Myers. Could even get Myers potentially if you have the forward DPP, but like I mean, Myers has got the Bombers this week at GMHBA. That's going to be. We shan't speak about that game. And then he's got. What's Geelong's run like again? I forgot.
I think it's fairly easy. I think they play Richmond next week.
Swans, that's right, Swans, and then you've got Tigers. Correct. Thanks, Causa. Bombers, Swans, Tigers. Like Myers is gonna absolutely cook. Absolutely cook. Like that's just Jesus the Christ. It could go Myers or Jezza Cameron even. You know they're going to be looking for Jezza every opportunity they can. 533. What is Jeremy Cameron at now? 511 as well. You know, but obviously Myers has the higher floor being not a key forward. But you know they're looking for Jezza every chance they get. They want to get him to 100. And Chris Scott, I think Chris Scott actually admitted it, that they are going to try and get him to 100 because it's an individual award, and individual awards are really important. So he's basically admitted, yes, we're going to give the ball to this son of a bee, and he's going to kick 100 goals this year, whether you like it or not. He's kicking 25 this week. Maybe 15. Oh, Jen. G'day, Jen. How you doing? Brought in Jezza last week. Ah, yes. I remember we had that discussion last week. How good is that? 94? Get ready for tomorrow night. Oh, you're licking your lips for tomorrow night. That's for sure. All right, let's scroll back up. Michael, going to see 2 club legends farewell this weekend. Thanks for everything, Dom and Gov. The start ends one of the best grand final players of all time. Absolutely. Such a wonderful player.
Fortunately, injuries and whatnot just killing people's careers. It's a bit rough in the in the AFL world these days. Yeah, bit of a rough one.
Let's load it up actually. West Coast v Collingwood final goal. Is there a clip from end to end? 1 minute 36. Yes, this should show it. Let me mute it so that we don't get copyright struck. But this is an honor. McGovern plays on. Beautiful kick. To was that Vardy? I don't even remember his name, this guy. But he's a premiership player. Flying Ryan! Unbelievable grab. Unbelievable. Plays on immediately. Centimetre perfect kick. And Sheed looked like he played on there. I thought he played on, but thankfully the umpire was like, you know what? This is a tough kick. We will not play. We will not pay play on. So there he is in the pocket. Tough kick. And he just absolutely nails it. Centimetre perfect. Millimetre perfect. Absolutely one of the greatest grand final players of all time. Congratulations to the 2 gentlemen on a wonderful career. Will never be forgotten. We will get an early pick for TDK. Oh,
yeah, of course.
1.7 mil, of course, absolutely. That is the highest. The highest.
You better get an early pick for him on that much money.
Exactly. Buenas tardes, Jays. Fingers crossed for Chera back this week. Michael Voss has the full support of the board. You know what that means? He's in. He'll stay. He'll stay. They've put it in writing. He's going to stay. So, but Chera, yes. Fingers crossed that Chera is back in this week. If we look at the injury list, he was labelled a test. Carlton. Where is he? There he is. Adam Chera, test. Where is it? Here he is. McGovern, Fantasia, and Chera will all face fitness tests out of the Blues clash with Gold Coast on Saturday night. So hopefully he gets up. Hey, Joe and Big J, I got it wrong. Ben, I swear, Ben, I'm not even joking. When I heard that they're going to be paying him over $1 million, I immediately thought in my head, hey, Ben, they do have the money to pay him out because you said they don't have the money. You said Goody was safe because you don't have the money to pay him. But as soon as I heard, I forgot who it was reporting what the payout was going to be. As soon as I heard it, I immediately thought about your comment, Ben, saying, it seems they do have the money after all. Only guys with trade value first-round picks are Cripps, Mackay, Kerno, Walsh, and Wiedering.
Yep. And I don't see the club being ballsy enough to get rid of any of them, unfortunately. I don't think even potentially Sam Walsh is worth like a pick in the teens or a later pick.
Yeah, Walsh can go.
Yeah, I don't know if Walsh is even worth that, to be honest. Like, if I was North Melbourne, if Sam Walsh is ready to go and he's fit, I would say Walsh will take you for like the first of our second round picks. I think him for Walsh, get him to run up and down the wing, cool, no worries. But I think outside of that, he may not even be worth much else, and that's a tricky thing to say. But yeah, it's a bit rough for him, I think.
Who was that? Marvel Saturday? Who would have thought? Yeah, and Eddie, and a big win too. Zorko's last 3 versus Sydney are over 120, whereas Warner's last 3 versus Brisbane are all under 90. Well, there you go. Look at that, Ralphie.
No, I would 100% just pick him on the roll.
Yeah, exactly.
The roll is just so much better.
Yeah. Charles, good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. Kai Wanganeen into Whitfield.
You know what's
just
sad,
like
Joe?
that is all the thoughts needed for Supercoach at this point of the season.
Yeah, pretty much. You know what's sad? He could have been a father-son at North Melbourne. His daddy played for North Melbourne.
Who?
Naziah's dad. Yeah.
100 games?
No. It's like 40 or 50. Yeah, bit sad.
Did you guys delist him?
I think so.
Who was the stupid coach in charge of that decision?
Team Laidley or somebody. I don't think his dad was very good. I don't think his dad was very good at football. But he played for North from 20. Corzo will let me know. He played for.
You can't use the dead name, mate. You can't use the dead name.
No, the coach's name at the point in time was Dean Laidley. That was the coach's name. I'm sorry. If you change your name afterwards, Dean Laidley was still the coach. Yeah. So his dad is Eddie Sainsbury. I think Wanganeen is like his stepfather or something. And or his uncle. And yeah, his real dad played for North Melbourne. So there you go. Bit of a story there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ghost.
Father-son.
Thanks for extending, Ghost. You're a legend, mate.
Ghost.
5 months. 5 of the best months. Hope you've been doing well.
One of our longest, I reckon.
Yeah, Ghost he's a good man. Love Ghosty. He's one of our favorites for sure. Doing well. Hope you're doing well too, my friend. All right, let's go back up. Where were we before? We don't need either Hinkley or Goodwin. Look, definitely not Goodwin. I like Hinkley, though. I like Hinkley. I think Hinkley, there's something to be said that this guy has been a coach of Port Adelaide for so long, to club state, immense pressure all the time. And he has copped a lot over the journey, but he still continues to front up. I respect Hinkley a lot, just for the backbone and character. And personally, I think he might enjoy being given an assistant coach position for a while, just so that he can sort of recharge, rest a bit, not have that immense pressure on his shoulders so much. Obviously, not a lot of media attention. Like even now, like everyone knows he's gone into the year, but the camera is always panning to him in the box, and he's trying to show his good spirits by like putting lollies in his mouth and stuff like that. So like even now, he's still getting a lot of media attention. He might enjoy stepping back for a little bit and playing a supportive role, helping out Voss, who was an assistant coach for him. Like Vossy before he came to Carlton. What were we saying?
I'd take Hinkley at the Roos. assistant coach.
Absolutely. I'd take Hinkley at the Bombers as well. You know, I really respect him. Really respect him, the way he's gone about it. He's taken his club to many finals. Unfortunately, never got to make it to the grand final, and ultimately no success. Ultimately, but I think he can serve as a really good assistant coach. Personally, how did you not work Big J to get McCarthy on the field?
I don't know, Corey. I do not know. I did some stupid stuff. I think I got rid of a defender. I should have just kept Carroll, because Carroll was great for a couple of weeks. I forced Darcy into my team, which, you know, in hindsight, it's been okay, but he ended up being cheaper, I think, for a little bit. Yeah, just a bit dumb. And now I've been looping Whitfield and McCarthy the last 5 weeks, and this week they both had a 120, Joe. So yeah, not my finest hour, but we've got 3 weeks left, and I try not to think about it too much. So
that's why I got him in the flex.
Well, that's where I wanted to put him now. Can't
every week.
Don't
but the problem is, I've got Duar.
Yeah.
How the hell did I end up with this absolute muppet? The second I traded him in, because I thought he was going to average about 80 for the rest of the year, because I thought he had a good role. But the second I traded him in, Marich went and took his role.
They kind of sucked us in, didn't they?
They absolutely sucked me in. So I could have gone Grundy and Humphrey, as opposed to, sorry, not Grundy. Could have gone Gawn and Humphrey, as opposed to Grundy and Duar. So yeah, I've definitely got sucked in for sure. G'day, Jen. How we doing?
Up, Jen.
EPL will be a great test for trade discipline. 38 rounds, only 44 trades. The English Premier League. I know nothing about soccer other than that you can't use your hands unless you're the goalkeeper, and there's no grand final. If you finish top of the ladder, you win the cup. Yep. I don't like that. I want a final series. Give me a final series, mate.
Well, it's similar to AFL. I think there is some conscious in the fact that if you do really poorly, you get relegated, which is great. But as a North fan, I hate it because people advocate for North to get relegated. But it keeps people fighting. But then it's like if you're mid-table, you're kind of just playing the last 3 or 4 games or 10 games potentially. Like, oh, well, that's it.
No one cares about the mid-table teams, though. Let's be real.
Exactly, yeah. And the problem with EPL is that if you're rich, you can just get whoever you want, which is why the top 8 teams are just the best because they've got all these rich oil money, Joe. If only North Melbourne could get on the oil money, we'd be a good club.
Is that why you guys are going out to WA so you can get the mining money?
Gina Reinhardt money.
You get the Gina Reinhardt money. The Gina Ruhart money now, maybe.
Oh, there you go. See, you should work for media, Joe. Ruhart. She can be the new sponsor.
I come up with great names. It is a secret talent of mine. I'm really good at coming up with nicknames.
Doesn't have to. There you go.
Exactly. I come up with really funny nicknames. Jen, best replacement for Neil. Look, it depends if you have DPP or not. If you don't have DPP and you have to get on the midfielder, George Hewitt looks to be a good one at a similar price. Not breaking the bank. Yeah, really not too many incredible options.
Somebody, but I think they're still. Who's got the easiest run home for midfielders, Joe, in the last 4 weeks?
Oh, Adelaide. So if you could get Jordan Dawson. And if not Dawson, then second easiest is Hewitt.
George Hewitt.
Yeah, exactly. Dawson's a lot more expensive than Hewitt, though. Dawson is now 581.
So it's not much.
Not too much. You have to fork out an extra 50K if you have it.
Got DPP.
You have DPP? Get someone from Geelong. Get Brian Myers.
I don't like Myers.
Why don't you like Myers for?
I don't know.
You prefer David Jones?
Inconsistent.
Prefer David Jones, do you?
Yeah. Heard that one before.
More of a David Jones or a what else is
Probably
like a
Target.
boutique
Give
store?
give me the old Kmart, Joe. I'll rock some Kmart.
What do you mean? Look at him. He's got his last 5 games, average 115.
Yeah, but
Grind mine.
What's Hewitt's last 5 games?
All right, let's do it. Come on, come at me. Show me. Put your money where your mouth is. Come on, George. What you got for us? Step up to the plate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 104. 103.6.
All right, mate. All right.
Yeah, mate. Grind Myers, baby. Grind Myers. Yes, sir, Causa. Yes, sir. Spit facts. Spit all that facts right now, mate. Dear Diary, I support Carlton and we suck. Mate. Yeah, at least you're not posting a video about it, are you? Kai, I haven't uploaded about Supercoach since I had 0 trades. Been full transition into AFLW now, as even struggling to have the energy to post about AFL fantasy itself. There you go. Like, it's understandable at this point of the year that, just don't really have too much to talk about, to give advice about. Like, it's only 3 weeks left. Like,
yeah,
I need a trade. Who do I trade him to? The best person you can afford. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, that's why my videos have just been about like how my team's going, really.
Yeah. Dear Diary, we sacked Goodwin after an 83-point win, and our board sucks. And we have no. Actually, I was about to say, no CEO or president. News during the week. Apparently, Melbourne's new CEO is Will Schofield. And the new CEO of Sydney is Pavlich. So, two ex-WA players have become CEOs of 2 different clubs.
There you go.
Pretty interesting, if I might say so myself. All right. Teamsheets. Teamsheet. We start with, it's going to be a great game tonight. We'll be watching this game. So if you don't want to listen...
I'll do up a Canva for you.
Oh, thanks. But if you don't want to listen to shoddy commentary and you want to watch the game with friends, please join me. This game starts at 7:30. We'll be live at 7:25. Live watch along of this game. We'll be keeping track of the Supercoach scores as well. So if you want to have a good time and not listen to Channel 7 Muppets or Fox Footy who stop referring to each other with nicknames, then join the Centre Bounce at 7:25. Will Day out for the year. Sucks. Morrison injured. Bruce in, as is GF. Dean's been dropped. Markov's been dropped. Bobby ill.
No, whoops.
Bobby is ill, but his real name is Bobby Hill, who is ill. Tom Mitchell back in. Jeremy Howe. And Frampton. There you go.
Does he play again?
Yeah. These two, boy, they've missed these two. Holy shit. Collingwood have really missed these two because you've just been having Darcy Moore being shat on every week. You got Patrick Voss kicking 6 on him. Logan Morris kicking 6 on him. He's really needed help. Really needed help. So these two are welcome additions to Collingwood's defense. So, yeah, I'm tipping Collingwood by 27.
Yeah, I've got Pies as well. I'm a little bit worried, though, about a couple of the injuries from last week. Obviously, the Goey wasn't very good, and a couple of the others who were newly into the team. So I wonder if that's going to...
He'll be better for the run, though.
That was my only tip that I got wrong last week, was the Collingwood-Brisbane game. So I'm still salty about him.
What can you do? Nothing much you can do about that. Now,
it's your boy, Joe. Your boy's back for Geelong.
My boy?
Yeah.
Since when was never my boy? I never owned him. I am inevitable. It's your boy. You're the one who freaking made that bloody image.
No,
You're the one who did it. I can't believe Jai Minzy's getting a gig.
We've got to work out who stays and goes, I suppose. Hey,
Bro, he's gone. He is so gone. Why are we playing him? He's gone. As is the whole team. Let's not discuss this. It's Geelong wins. Danger. Freaking what's his name? Jeremy Cameron wins. Jeremy Cameron outscores our whole team. Jeremy Cameron defeats Essendon at GMHBA Stadium. That's what's happening. Okay. Then Richmond v Saints. Ooh, Philippou, Henry Wilson. Ooh.
Yeah.
Owen's injured. That's sad. Lynch. Wow, I forgot this guy exists. Lynch is back in. Taranto and Broad. They've gone experienced.
Yeah. Well, when all the kids get injured, who else have you got, I suppose? Darcy Wilson's an interesting one. I think there's a few people in the AFL community who've asked about Darcy Wilson if he's going to up for trade or not. So I don't know if this is cementing it or trying to keep him appeased so he stays at the club. We'll kind of see.
I don't know, man. If this was Marvel, I'd be really comfortable tipping St Kilda.
Surely we just pick the Tigers, though. Like, they're really going to come back and do something.
Look, I want the Tigers to win because I want them to leap us on the ladder so that we can finish lower to get better draft picks. I actually want the Tigers to win. I'm pretty sure Philippou will be very rusty. Henry will be rusty. You know what? I'll tip the Tigers. I'll tip the Tigs. I initially was tipping the Saints, but I feel like tipping the Tigs. I don't know. They're playing a bit more experienced now. Taranto is really important in the guts. Lynch, he might knock someone out. You never know. And Broad is a pretty good player. So, you know what? I'll go with the Tigers.
It's the return of the Danger Man at Brisbane. The perpetually, I don't know why they have the picture of him there and not the picture of him above. Someone messed up. Yours doesn't show it. Mine shows it. So I don't know what it is.
Let me just refresh then.
What's up, Uncle Akka? Hope you're doing well.
Akka! Good to see you, mate.
Yeah, there you go. So it's back to normal, but nice to see Tom Dode back. I wonder if he'll be in a similar position. They obviously didn't pay up hugely for him, but they did pay up and got him into the team. So, yeah, nice to see him up and about and around and playing and potentially fit, ready to go for finals. Brendan Starcevic is definitely one that a lot of clubs have offered big money for and things like that. Bit of a weird one. Never really thought that he'd be like that, but it is definitely a buyer's market this year in the AFL, Joe, as the same for the last couple of years too. So if you're available and you're half a decent player, people ask you and they ask you a lot of money. So there you go. It's almost bad to sign a contract. You almost don't want to sign the contract so you can get the good money.
Yeah, fair enough. So, yeah, Lions at the Gabba, you tip them, they win.
Yep.
Then, that's so tragic about Harry O'Farrell's hammy. So, ACL, so sad to hear. Really unfortunate. Worst time of the year to do it as well, just, when the season's done and dusted. So, thoughts and prayers with him. It was terrible. Pittonet's been dropped. Wow.
Yep.
TDK owners, we rise. Wilson's in. Hudson O'Keefe is in. Roses comes in for the injured Flanders. Is Flanders sticking around at the Suns? That's another question.
I posted on Big Footy the other day talking about Flanders and saying, hey, good player. Obviously not had the best kind of year at his current club, so might be asking for a bit of a swap. Would be fantastic for North Melbourne. Just chuck him on the wing, run up and down, up and down, up and down all day long. It'd be pretty cool.
Not sure what I'm tipping here.
You have to
the
pick the
Suns.
Suns, man. You have to pick the look at the forward line from Carlton. No one's there. It's Harry Mackay by himself. Like, there's nobody left. And no Chera.
Shit, yeah, no Chera. No Chera. What are we doing for the community team?
I would love Flanders at North. I would love it so much.
What are we doing for the community team, guys? That means we're going to be fielding Gross. We're going to be fielding Gross. Oh, that's no good. All right, Suns it is. Port and Freo. Williams drop. Whitlock dropped. Oh, he plays one game and we drop him. Seriously. Burgoyne injured. Jackson dropped. Rosé in. Lukosius in. Moraes in. Rioli in. Hayden Young injured. Oh, Nat Fife. Get around him. And McDonald dropping. Pierce back in. Okay. G Port loading up here. Lukosius, Rioli, Rosé. They want to win this game.
They're going hard for finals at Port Adelaide.
They want to win this game. Port Adelaide.
I mean, Hinkley's got 3 games left. You'd hope that they try and win, but yeah, that's what happens.
You know what? I'm going to tip him.
Yeah, Port's good, man.
I'm actually going to tip him. Hayden Young's a really important player. Fife, I know Fife is life, but let's be real, should not be playing at this level anymore. And Rosie's in, really important. I like, Rioli gives him something. I don't like him as a person, but as a player, he's all right. Lukosius, beautiful kick. You know what? I don't know. I feel like they're loading up. I feel like they want to win this game. I'm going to tip Port in an upset here at home. I'm tipping Port.
Locked in.
Lock it. $4.45. Geez, all right. The
put $5 on them.
The punters think I'm a moron. With Liddy named on field and Gross 7-man, I'd say field Liddy. Where is Liddy? Liddy on the field. Oh, get around him. No Chera. Yeah, no Chera. That's shit. Let's log in and change Gross to Liddy. You're this in bounds. We keep Voss, so you don't have to. Indeed. Let's make that change now. Gross is gross. Liddy gets the emergency. Still doing Holmes into Bond. Yeah, still looks good otherwise. Not too bad. All right. Sunday. So this is extended list. Geordie Payne and Cooper Trembath.
Yeah, Payne was named last week too, but obviously didn't get selected, hence why he's coming back into the team. Not sure he's going to play. Has done well in the last couple of weeks, but we haven't seen any announcement videos yet, which I think is a big problem. Potentially tomorrow there might be something. Unfortunately, Banch has broken his ribs and won't play for the rest of the season, which is really sad. Took that massive jump. I hope he gets
huge.
I hope he gets Mark of the Year because it was phenomenal. But he's injured himself, so that's it. He's out for the season, which means
no Larkin this week, no Curtis this week. At least he has Sherry back.
That hopefully means that Banch will get a recontracted though. Yeah, Corey's saying he reckons he'll replace Curtis, which probably is true. They are somewhat similar.
Any of them on field? No, Sherry's on field, so Cherry's definitely playing, but the rest are on them. But I'm tipping the Giants. Sorry,
Joe. Yeah. We can't beat St Kilda. We can't beat St Kilda. We're not going to beat the Giants. $11 to win. Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah. Melbourne v Doggies. Again, extended. Campbell and Adams, we
It's
don't
an
know if they're
interesting-
playing.
It's an interesting time in the AFL, Joe, where a player comes up for trade and then he gets named in his team. I wonder if that's what you can just start doing to manipulate players and manipulate clubs. Is just say, Jimmy here is ready to go. He wants to leave his club. The club says no. The club says he's staying. And then, hey, look, he gets named for the club. So that's Buku Kamis this week for you.
Buku Kamis. Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, the Dogs are a better team, but you know how it goes. When a coach gets sacked, they win the next week. I'm not tipping Melbourne, but I'm anticipating that my tip's going to be wrong.
No, I'm picking.
I
I'm
just
picking. Dogs every day of the week.
Yeah. And then last game of the round. Oh, piss off! Really, you sons of bees? Really?
Yep.
Oh, yes. He is the reason you guys are shit. Yeah. Blame it on him. Right after I trade him in, you do this to me. Oh, my God. Oh, why? Why? Look at them, bro. Look at them managing Tex. No need to fly to West Coast, bro. We got you covered. But why? Am I copping a donut this week? So let me just say. So Simpson's not playing. Let's just get Butler. Sorry, this is the community team. Let me log out. Am I copping a donut this week now? Obviously got no trades left. Bloody hell. Tyler Dewar is dropped. I can't believe I...
Big J has 22 this week. 23, but McCarthy and Whitfield are stuck on the bench. So, yeah.
Seriously? Like, how was this? This guy was doing well. He was averaging like an 85.
I think what's his face stole all his kickouts. So that's it.
Are you kidding me? Yeah, Butler's not playing. Freaking copping a donut. I need Gross to play. If Cross doesn't play, I'm copping a donut. No DPP here. Wonderful. Can I optimize? Will I find a way to fix things somehow that I can't see?
Probably not.
No. Doesn't do shit. Undo the changes.
But it's not a donut, it's just 22.
Come on, Gross. Play again like you did last week. I don't care if you score 41. Holmes into Bond, right? Yeah. Holmes into Bond. Come on, Gross. I believe in you, son. More than I believe in this Muppet. So, yeah. Crows for sure. Crows for sure. All right. So my tips for this week are Pies by 27. Cats, obviously. Bro, who's the 1% tipping us? They're $1. $1. Like, almost the same odds, basically the same odds as the sun rising tomorrow. To $21. Mark Lavelle, if you're in here, don't you dare think about it. Richmond. Bro, Mark would do it, man. Mark would do it. Mark would be like, oh, this is juicy value. Richmond. Price. Good price. Yeah, good price. Bro, Jezza Cameron alone will outscore this entire team. Richmond is a smoky for me. I don't know why. I'm just going, the experienced heads could get up. So, what's this? Salt in the wounds? Bro, so much salt in the wounds. Gents, I'm a Lions fan. I think the Swans will beat us. Oh, come on. No, they're not. Get out of here, Charles. It's not happening. The odds of Essendon beating Jezza? Yeah, non-existent, mate. It's not happening. Ned Long sub is interesting. That is interesting. Very interesting. How is Ned Long sub? And Bruce the sub. Of course he was going to be. Up the Crows. That's it, the Crows. So, Lions beat Swans. Suns shine under the roof somehow. I'm going again, another smoky. Port to beat Fremantle. Could be silly. Am I silly, guys? Please let me know. What do you reckon?
All right.
Is it crazy to go Port to beat Fremantle at home? The bookies certainly think so. Giants beat North. Doggies to beat the new coach Curse. And Crom to beat Eagles.
Have they said who's going to do Melbourne?
Yeah, the assistant coach, Winston Churchill or something like that. I forgot what his name is.
Winston Churchill. He's come back from the dead in World War II. Holy moly, Joe.
Oh, what was his name? Priestley?
Imagine the speeches in the AFL if Winston Churchill was your coach. You're like, oh, we fight on the beaches. We fight in the stands. We fight everywhere. Never surrender.
Troy Chaplin. I was thinking
Winston Churchill from Troy Chaplin.
All right. This is how I did it. So I knew Chaplin seemed to be something churchy. So I thought maybe it was like a priest or a church, because a chaplain is like a religious guy, isn't he? A chaplain. So I don't know why. The name Troy Chaplin, I remembered in my heart, like just church. Is related to church, freaking Churchill, whatever his name is. So, yeah, Troy Chaplin is the assistant coach who will be the caretaker coach. And I obviously know who Winston Churchill is. I was saying it for comedic effects. You know, trying to be funny. Yeah, or Charlie Chaplin. Again, another funny guy who did his own skits. You support Essendon, so what do you think? Shut up, fellow. Shut up, mate. Ben, do I trade Chera? Clay Hall, my Chera cover, who is named on extended bench, one trade left. Can't get T-Mac on field as no DPP, or do I just get Newen and run T-Mac as Chera cover this week? T-Mac. What, Tom McDonald?
Is he still playing?
Tom McCarthy. Bro, play Tom McCarthy on the field, bro.
Yeah.
Have no fear. McCarthy's a primo. 123 he scored on the weekend, mate. Have no fear. Believe in this man. His worst score is 71.
Get
around him.
He'll be pretty happy.
Yeah. Have no fear. Full send. Save the trade. Or do something else. I don't know. All right. Let's scroll back up to those comments. Where were we? All right.
Guys, if you haven't already, set your dial because Joe will be doing the live stream at 7:25.
Indeed.
The Hawks versus Pies game. It's going to be quite fun. I should pop in at some point and say hello too. So stick around for that. Should be pretty fun.
Cody. Hey, lads. Ranked 538 in my first year.
Hey,
well done.
Congratulations.
Appreciate the content anytime. In a cash lake, finished second and won the first final this week, so got the week off. 2 trades left. Held Sherry. Excited for next week. Oh, well done, Cody.
Nice work, Cody.
Nice mate, work, legend, mate.
I think sometimes too, Joe, with all the rule changes and things like flex and whatnot coming in, us older players who've played for a while may have taken a little bit longer to adapt versus it being the first year that you're playing. Cody here has definitely got his head on straight. Got some trades doing very, very well. Congratulations.
Mate, and you know what? You should be double excited for Sherry because she's up against GWS and they're shit when it comes to the rucks. So, Matt, you could even chuck the captain on Sherry this week.
No.
What do you mean, no?
No.
Bro, Briggs is ass. Did you not see what English did to him last week?
Yeah, I saw.
He scored 200 on his ugly head. 200. 200. So, yeah. Bro, if English can do it, you think Sherry can't? Bro, Sherry says, hold my beer. If he drinks beer.
I'm sure he
drinks. Be very excited, Cody. Congratulations, mate. PS Joe, love your video of the wake of your team. Thank you, Cody. Much love, mate. Much love. I'm glad that brought someone some joy somewhere. It definitely did not bring me any joy making it, but what's this? Team Sheets, Melbourne outs. Goodwin, Oliver, Petrarca.
How many more years does Max Gawn have left, Joe? Does he retire this year, or does he stick around for like 1 or 2 more?
I am not Destiny of the Endless. I do not have the book to open it and read.
You can make predictions.
He plays next year.
And then that's it, you reckon?
And then he makes a call. He makes a judgment call based on how he's going.
Because he's not slowed down a huge amount, but I feel like they really need to either blood us number 2 or he really needs to run with a proper number 2. I said it before, but I'm really surprised they didn't take Crosley like mid-season draft or at the start of the year.
Crosley's got no skills.
Give him.
Crosley's got no skills. You've got more skills than Crosley does.
Find another Luke Jackson without a first-round pick, and then hope.
That's not happening.
Hope he does very well because they're cooked. Unless they go after, I could see them throwing some money at a Ned Moyle potentially, or someone of his caliber, and say, "Hey, come and play in our team. We'll be right done."
Rumor is Longmire. Ooh, the horse. They like their Sydney products at Melbourne. Obviously, you had what was his name? Who was the coach before Goodwin? Oh man,
Bomber Thompson.
No. At Melbourne, the caretaker coach. They did the handover, the succession plan. Ruse, yes, thank you, Velo. They love their Sydney. You know, they had Paul Ruse, and then they got Goodwin. Then they go back to the Swans if they get Longmire. So, there you go. So they do like some South Melbourne.
He's going to get confused and think he's back at North Melbourne and not Melbourne. So
Melbourne love their South Melbourne connection for some reason. I wouldn't think a stepdad would warrant father-son. I don't think so.
Unless you're Jason Horne-Francis, and then his stepdad controls everything and somehow gets him back to the club. So, yeah.
The footy family and a half. Mickey O, Daniel Wells, Gav Wanganeen, Naz. Oh, yeah, man. Yep. Stephen, is it worth going Rosie to Cameron? Leaves me one trade. Well, Rosie's back in this week.
Yeah, if Rosie wasn't named, I'd probably say yes, but he is named, so maybe not.
Yeah. Squeak! Hey, gents, best season so far, ranked 935. Well done, mate.
Congratulations, buddy.
No trades, but having fun. Thanks for your content this year. Respect, and love. Love you, Squeak. Thank you very much.
And we'll be back all in the preseason as well. Going to smash out a bunch of stuff. So stay tuned for that. Missed a little bit of it this year, but definitely coming back with a vengeance.
Should have gone with the package. Stuff him. I'm not getting the package in my team. You went Grundy and Duar. I considered it too. I know. And now we're stuck. And now see, you got Sherry. So Sherry's going to be good for you moving forward. I'm stuck with this bloody Muppet Duar in my team. Nothing better than the final day with all games starting at midnight with potential title or Champions League or relegation implications.
I've been. It's obviously not the same league, but I've been watching Welcome to Wrexham quite a lot, and nice to kind of see the passion and stuff and all the players and whatnot from that. So yeah, been a good show to watch.
English football been crap ever since EPL came in. I can't comment. I've got no idea whatsoever. Hey Joe, here's a trade for you. Silvani for your first pick. No. He's an unrestricted free agent. Silvani can walk anywhere. Why the hell are we going to trade for him? Not happening. Not happening. Dua dropped. Dua. There you go. You guys are freaking laughing at me with Dua. I know. It's disgusting. Oh, no. Joe killing another Thursday game. I refuse to believe that tonight's game is going to be killed because of me. I refuse to believe. Tonight's going to be a ripping game. The Hawks are going to be valiant. They're going to fight hard. They're going to punch Collingwood in the face. The Pies will be too good, but it's not going to be a thumping. I am trying to manifest it. A good Thursday night game. It has to happen. Charles, sorry, the Broncos v Melbourne tonight. Hey, mate, don't apologise, Charles. Don't apologise whatsoever. If you love your rugby, go for it. Wait, so is Chera out for season? Oh, not confirmed.
Probably. I mean, there's 2 games left after this one. Are they going to bring back the last game? Maybe not.
Can you do all Kelly Underwood games next year? But we'll see.
In Joe.
Nah, if it's on a Saturday, there's no way I'm doing that. If it's on a Sunday, maybe, but I can't confirm. I can't guarantee it. Like a Thursday night, I can guarantee Thursday night because I know I've got nothing on Thursday, and I do have to go to bed, obviously, for work the next day. So there is a stable routine on Thursday nights I can do. But weekends, I do have a life, believe me. Bobby illness. I'm glad you like that. Huge in for Brisbane, indeed. Duty will affect Dorco, I think.
Duty.
Possibly.
What a duty. Bloody duty. What are you doing, duty?
The bloody duty. I love calling him duty. I know it's Doe Day, but duty is so much funny to say.
Oh, I did a duty.
I know. Isn't it so much better? Like Owies. Bro, why would you call them Owies when you could call them Owies? Like Owie. Like it's so much easier it's so much fun to say it. Sorry. Wasn't Payne guaranteed a game?
He's been doing really well in the VFL the last couple of weeks, but I was half under the impression that they might look to delist him. Our delisting needs is actually quite high, and there's a few people on the list who are there. Hopefully he can do well if he's named in the last couple of weeks and show why we need to keep him. But then I look at him and I'm like, who could we have picked in the mid-season draft outside of him? It makes me feel a bit sad. So, yeah, good luck to the kid. If you show some guts and whatnot, you'll keep playing, which is great. Yeah.
Sherry go close to 200. Yeah, I think so too, man. If English can do it, why can't Sherry do that?
I don't think that the same. English did so much around the ground, yeah.
That's what Sherry does as well, doesn't he?
It wasn't even just, I don't know. It wasn't even just like what he was doing there. English was taking marks, taking intercepts, doing a whole bunch of stuff. So, yeah, I don't know.
Joe, the wife is doing dunks into Whitfield.
Nice.
Dunks into Whitfield.
Interesting.
I could do that. How often does your wife dominate with the VCs and Cs again? Was it once every 3 weeks? Now that you've told me this, I'm seriously considering it. But I got Holmes. I think Holmes against the Bombers is just going to run circles around us. Gone 2 years left. Yeah, maybe. I think he's definitely guaranteed next year. And then he sort of makes a call. But I think they're going to be forced to play him for that next year afterwards. Who's the next ruck going to be at Melbourne?
Well, that's why next year they must. Like, even just this trade period, they must bring someone in, either via the draft or via the trade period. Just someone who can cover it, because Tom Campbell's basically done as well at this point. He won't be playing much after this year or next year, I think. So there goes your number 2 ruck, and then after that, your number 1 ruck is gone. It does not look good.
He did. That he did. I agree with you. Gorn could go to Cats or Pies, get another flag, 2 years left. Oh my God.
I'd say
to Geelong.
Going to Geelong would be great. That'd be great. Going to Geelong. Give Melbourne like a first round pick for Geelong. Potentially 2. Geelong could give up their 2 first round picks and then steal 1 off Gold Coast. That's how it works, right? But yeah, just leave. It's okay.
No, be a 1 club man, or come to Essendon. We love an old ruckman.
Yeah, but then he's just going to play like 2 years at Essendon and then leave again. He's He's not going to win.
Yeah, but he
finals.
gets to
He's
tap
not
down
gonna-
to Zach Merritt, though. He gets to tap to Zach Merritt. It's different to
Well, I don't
tapping.
care about
Petrarca
Zach
wants
Merritt.
to go. Oliver wants to go. Viney is done. Mate, you want to play with Archie Roberts, mate. That's who you want to play with.
Archie Roberts. Bro, he doesn't even know who Archie Roberts is.
His nickname is the
Roberts.
Enforcer.
Oi. Like, Archie Roberts, who's this? Nice to
He's
meet
just
you.
a-
How long you been playing for? That's what he'll say.
Future Essendon captain. That's who you're talking about. We warned you about Dewar. You look. It's always a risk. Velo, I could have sworn you were the one who told me he averages about 80. I listened to you, Velo. I trusted you. Hawks won by 14. Bro, that would be awesome. Would be awesome. It would open up all possibilities because it really feels like the Hawks are almost certain not to make it if they lose tonight. They still have to beat Brisbane at the Gabba if they don't win tonight to make it to the 8. So if they win tonight, it really makes that fight for 8th spot really entertaining if that's the case. You're a lawyer, so just do what all others do and lie. No. I am an ethical person. It's a profession, and I'm an officer of the court at all times, and I must be honest. If I'm joking about something, I make it clear that I'm joking, but don't like lying, all right? Especially about football. It's fun and games. This is one part of life where you don't have to lie. You can just have fun and let your hair down. I unfortunately don't have a lot of hair, but it's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be an outlet. So, yeah, not lying about anything here. 162 average, last 4 against Briggs. I think for each opponent as a premium level type. Yes, Causa. See, Causa and I are on the same wavelengths when it comes to these calls. I like it. Causa, yes. If you got Sherry, I reckon slap a C on Tristan Sherry this week. Oh, he's going to go bonkers on freaking Briglet. Michael, hello. 3 donuts this round with Rosie and Neil. No, Rosie's playing this week.
Yeah, Rosie's named, bro. He's back in the team.
Rosie is in, mate. He's here. This is Saturday. Yeah, this is not even extended. Yeah, he's in. He's on field. Connor Rosie, you're good, mate. You're good. Only 2 donuts. Every 2 out of 3, every 2 or 3 weeks, she dominates. Has it been? It's been 3 weeks, right? Or 2 weeks since your wife popped off with her VCs and Cs. She could be due. Another big one. Got me something to think about now. Campbell got another year. Right. Yeah, true. Going Nass into Sherry. I like it, Causa. You also have Holmes and you also have Jezza Cameron, don't you?
Yeah, Causa's done well.
Causa, you're going to have a massive week, bro. You're going to have a huge week this week. You could even win the money, perhaps. Fingers crossed for you. Oh, jeez. 2 donuts. Yeah, only 2. Only 2 donuts, Michael. Only 2 of them. So, yes. That's that. All right. 657. Oh, you never got Holmes? Oh, you went Kennedy. Right. Kennedy. Wait, what happened? What'd you do?
Why is it like that? Oh, there you go. That's my head too.
I didn't press nothing. That was not me. Not my fault.
Guys, that's probably us for today. Joe will be back at 7:25 for the watch along with the game. Hopefully you guys can be there. And just thanks again for everybody who's been with us the entire season. Definitely built a much, pretty cool community here. Everyone chatting. We'll be here for AFLW. We need to make our teams maybe next week. We'll have to make it next week because it's next weekend. And then, we'll go through there. Do some Supercoach finals with you guys too, which would be fantastic because I don't need to worry about watching North Melbourne.
Absolutely. Kai, I hope you're still in here. Guys, if you haven't subbed to Kai as well, does wonderful stuff. Obviously, you would have seen in the chat that he's sort of transitioned as well to the AFLW fantasy side of things. So definitely check out as well what Kai is pumping out. So we might do some collabs potentially. Obviously, great friend of the channel. So give him a follow, give him a sub as well, hit the notification bell. Obviously, been doing a lot of research. So thank you guys so much for joining us today. As always, love your presence, love the banter, love the bones that are picked or not picked. Sorry to Jen for playing that last minute of the grand final again, but
Sorry, Jen.
we had to honor the retirees in the best way possible. And I hope you guys will come back for the watch along at 7:25 with me and some friends. So yeah.
Fun. See you, fellas.
Bye.